right, boys and girls, let's have some fun and draw together today. Anyone can join in. Your parents, anyone in your household is welcome. Today's project is recommended for 5th graders. Today we will be sketching a red panda. For this project, all you will need is a piece of paper, a pencil. If later you would like to do it with colored pencils, as my examples are here, that's fine. But as you see, we can do it just in pencil also. So whatever you like is just fine. So go ahead and get a piece of paper and a pencil. Let's start with our shapes. I'm going to use a marker so you can see better. Remember to hold onto your paper with one hand, draw with the other hand. The first shape is a circle. Anywhere on your paper, you can use a scrap piece of paper also. Next shape is a dot. It's a circle, but we color it all the way in, so we call it a dot. The next, do you remember the name of this line? Very good, boys and girls. Horizontal. Can we all say that together? Horizontal line. Next line, do you remember that one? Vertical. Very good. Vertical line. Very good. We have one more line. Remember the name of that one? Diagonal. Very good, boys and girls. Let's say it together. Diagonal line. Okay. Then we have our half circles. A U. An upside down U. Looks like a rainbow. A C and a backward C. All of these are half circles. So if we put them together, it would make a full circle. Then we have our angled lines, which are our V's. A regular V, an upside down V, which looks like an A without the crossbar, a sideways V, and another sideways V. Very good. Then we have a slightly curved line. Remember, it is not as curved as our upside down U or rainbow. It's not as straight as our straight line. That's why we call it a slightly curved line. Then we have our lazy S. Our lazy S laying down or horizontally, we call a hill and a valley. And then we've been doing spirals lately, which is just fun. So remember, you start in the middle. Looks like you're going to do a circle, but you go past that point and just keep going around. And remember, they make wonderful snails. That's why they're fun. All right, so those are our shapes. Remember, we're going to do them before every project because it just makes it easier for us to draw. All right, let's begin with our eyes. They're circles. Notice that they're far apart, at least 2 fingers apart. You decide where you're going to put your red panda. I'm going to put his face over here so I have room for the body, but my paper is hidden underneath this sheet, so don't get confused. My paper is horizontal. As I said, I'm going to start with the eyes. I'm going to do the panda, the full body panda. So I'm going to try to sketch. I'm going to hold my pencil like this. Remember, 2 fingers, and the rest of it is there. So here's my first eye. Okay. 2 fingers. It's about right here for me. Remember, there's lots of ways to do eyes. There's no right or wrong way. The way I did my eyes up here is I made another circle in there, touching the bottom of the first circle. Okay. And then I even darkened in more of this, but I did leave some white shining. Wherever my light's coming from, all right? Gonna be a little white eye there, okay? If you want to finalize it in, you can do that. It's easier for you to change your pencil like that for finalizing things. That's okay. All right, now we're gonna observe the eye. Excuse me, who did the eyes? The ears. Let's see where the ears start. Pretty much right above the eye, inside of the eye. Up a ways. See where my pencil is? Good much about that? Okay, so here I go. I'm gonna start. It's a slightly curved line. Notice, boys and girls, it's another slightly curved down, but it's very wide opening, isn't it? So I'm going to come down this way. Nice wide opening. Nice space in between here. Notice where this one starts. Say right about there. I'm going to go up with my slightly curved line. Again, I'm going to try to come down with my slightly curved line. I could put a mark here and know that that's where I want to end it. And then make my slightly curved line to there. Okay. And always fix things up you don't like. Remember? All right. So now, looks a little odd right now. Stay with me. So in front of the eye, or behind the eye, I guess, in front of the ear, little bitty hairs. So let's put those in. Little curved lines, or mine are a little curved, not really straight. Just filling that in. Okay. Now notice it has a little tuft of hair inside the ear. Put that in. Remember, if you have colored pencils and you want to do it with colored pencils, you can. But remember, you can also just do it with a pencil, as I'm doing here. Now we have the top of the head. Do you see how it kind of curves this way and curves this way? Well, start up here. I made little slightly curved lines going this way to about the middle of the head. And then stop, go to the other ear, change directions. Okay, see, I get that now. And then just keep coming down with that. Little bitty strokes is this thing. Remember last week we did Vincent van Gogh, and it was little strokes? Same thing here with this sketching. Little strokes, and these are somewhat curved also. Did a starry, starry night, remember? So I'm coming down. Keep coming down. To about the middle of the eye is fine for right now. Notice I do it, every time I do it a little differently. Here I didn't come down as far. Here I did. Here I also did. So however you like it, remember. Let's now do his nose. The top of the nose is right about here. It's a good space between the eyes and the nose. It's not way up here. It's really about here. I'm going to go ahead and start with a slightly curved line for the top. Okay. I'm going to close it in with a half circle here, a half circle here. Close that in. All right. Now, the nostrils are really, all you have to do is if you darken in the middle, okay, now you've made you're making your nostrils. We're doing it by leaving it white rather than how we usually put them in dark. You don't want them too big. Okay? Something like that. You decide what looks the best for you. When you're done, you're going to make just a very small little line right there. Okay? And that's going to go down to his cute little mouth. So let's touch the middle of that. Give me a very slightly curved this way. This side, a slightly curved line this way. Very, very slight. Boys and girls, you've noticed that Here, I did not do it with his mouth open. Here, I did it with his mouth open. Also here. You decide what you like best. I'm going to put his little mouth open here. So it really is a little bit of you. That's his little tongue I've got. Remember, shading is everything. If you're just going to do this in colored pencils, you're going to want to come back and do more shading and maybe more highlighting. You don't really need to use a blender like we did last time that we did the lilies, because there's not much blending. But there certainly is going back and making things a little darker, making it lighter, pronouncing a line more, softening a line more. All right, so after you've done this cute little thing, the next thing you want to do, look at this. It really is our lazy S. But remember, it's our hill and valley because it's horizontal. And it's very, very slight. So here I go. I'm going to start from right here. Here's my hill. That might even be too much. I'm going to have to look at that from afar. Same on this side. I'm going to come up just a tad. I think that looks okay. I think I'm a little long over here, boys and girls. So I will erase that just a little bit. Although I probably don't have to because it's just going to turn into a cute little fur right there. Okay. Actually, I don't think I want to come back up. I want to keep it just down like that. So it really is just a hill, and then you start a valley, but don't come up, okay? I think I like that better. Now all we have to do is we're going to connect this with, again, our fur. So it's our slightly curved lines. You can go back and forth. You can pick your pencil up, whatever works the best for you. But remember, you're trying to make a shape with, you know, positive and negative. So remember to pay attention. We have a little circle around his eye here. We can go ahead and start filling that in. He'll start taking shape, boys and girls. Right, looking a little better. Also, he has a nice patch of dark fur down here. So I'm just going back and forth very lightly. A slightly curved motion, holding my pencil like this, very lightly. So as you can see, this side already starting to take shape, looking a little better, like a red panda. We just have to go back to this side and create the same thing. Right? And the outside, remember we kind of flared out. Try not to make it too even. Remember, nature's not like that. It's going to be a little messy. Especially he lives out in the wild. He's not like your pet where he's going to be perfectly groomed, right? All right, so now underneath his little tongue, we do need just a little bitty mouth. So we're going to start right here. Go under it with a slightly curved line here too. And there's our little red panda. His face, anyway. Remember, I would probably continue and, you know, make things a little darker and lighter. Unless, of course, you're going to do it in colored pencil. But I don't want to do that because I want to continue doing the body with you. As I said, I wanted to teach you the body. So once you finished your face, Remember, you can go back and do some more to it, so you don't have to be totally happy with it. This eye's a little goofy. I would probably change that. Make that a little bit more round. Okay, I won't waste time though. So, here's his body. It's a nice, big, slightly curved line here. Remember, we're going to hold our pencil like this. Start right about here behind the, not quite behind the ear, right about here in the middle. Slightly curved line. Ah, there we go. You decide how big your panda is going to be. All right, so you've finished making your slightly curved line for the back of them. Now you're going to make a very slightly curved line for the tail. That might be even a little too big. That's the width of our tail. Now let's go ahead and make our tail. I'm going to come down with a straight line to about there. Then I'm going to curve it. And when it's long enough, I'll go ahead and make a half circle on it. Okay, boys and girls? And then I'll come back up with some slightly curved lines, just so it looks a little bit more like it has some fur on it. And we'll go back and put its stripes in. All right, now we can go ahead and put in the back leg. I'm going to start right about here on the tail. Okay, see how here's the back of the body. You're going to kind of hop over, and that's where it would start. Straight line down, not as long as your tail. Turn it into an L. Okay, then the next one's going to be in front of it. Let's hop to about right here. Give me a straight line down, hitting that one. That's going to be longer than our first one. And they have pretty good size feet and claws. So go ahead and do them V's, however you want to do them. And then you're going to come back up. And then you're going to start to curve a little bit. As it gets fatter up here, you want to curve. And then stop. Let's go back to the head. We're going to put this little paw on. It's the back paw. Starts right here with a slightly curved line. Again, their claws are pretty big, so go ahead and make V's, U's, however you want to do it. Touch it, curve up. When you get to about right there, you're going to make a upside down U right there, right? And now we're going to bring that down. And this is going to be the other foot. So you're going to want to make it about even to this side. So I'm going to see where I am here. I'm going to pick up my pencil and I'm going to draw my line there. That's where I know I want the bottom of his foot to be. And now here are my sideways, however you want to do those. Okay. Then we stop right here. And now we're just going to make a nice U from here to here. So I'm going to start going up. I'd say I'm at a diagonal. Oops, I'm not going straight up. I'm going over a little bit. And then I'm going to curve to make this. All right. Now I think this is a little big. Maybe I can make this a little smaller. Big of a foot up there. Remember, that's why you're sketching. That's why you have erasers. Okay, so if you don't like something, you do a little erase like that. All right, so there's your panda. The things that you have to do, you still have to give him his tail, almost like a raccoon, boys and girls. So again, you're going to do little strokes for his stripes. Okay. Oops. And then, of course, boys and girls, he has to be on the ground of some sort. I like to give him some grass. Remember how I do that? I start on one edge of the paper with a horizontal line, and then every once in a while I might do a little upside down V, say excuse me, hop over. All the way over to there. In this picture I put a tree in. I don't really have room, but feel free to put a tree. Maybe some mountains in the distance. Oops. Mountains in the distance. Maybe a sunset. Oh, is this pretty to color in a sunset, boys and girls? A couple of birds in the distance. But I love those slightly curved lines. And then, of course, boys and girls, the most important part. You are the artist, so please sign your name at the end. Date it. There you have the red panda. Hope you had fun with that. Like I said, if you want to color it in, get some colored pencils and enjoy that. And I hope to see you next time. Everybody stay safe. Thanks for drawing with me.